IFS provides industrial-focused software for customers, industries like manufacturing, aerospace and defense, construction engineering, as well as telecommunications and service industries. By using HG Insights, we now have a single set of foundational data. The intent here is to have a single source of truth, if you will, right? So that when sales is going out and doing their territory planning, we now have the bottom-up way to do that planning. So we have actual, companies named, and that data can then be handed off to the marketing team, so that they're aligned and that marketing is going out after the same exact companies that sales is, and that overall product is also making sure that we're building products for the right customers. Right, so overall, having that unified process across those three different areas really helps to create efficiencies within the organization. Using the install data is crucial for that. Simplest way to say, okay, well, here's a company we want to go after. We want to go take a takeout campaign or a sales campaign. We can identify those companies really quickly, easily, efficiently. Now all of a sudden we can say, okay, well, if they have these three elements, from a technographics perspective, as well as if they're in this region, they're of this size, they're of all these other classic firmographic points, all of a sudden you now have a very specific list of people to go after that you can really create customized and messaging for. HG Insights was already within the organization when I started, but it was being used in a very limited fashion. Off of that, we started playing with this idea of like, okay, how do we start to create propensity and targeting in a more constructive manner? How do we start ensuring that there's an alignment between product sales and marketing, as far as who we're going after and who we should be going after? What really started to impress me is the amount of the accuracy and the completeness that we started to see within the data itself, and how it was really curated and helped us to really make much more data-driven decisions than we would otherwise be able to do. When I think of HG Insights, my experience with them over the last 4 years, they provide us the data that we need to make actionable decisions. Also working with the staff, within individuals within the organization, as far as brainstorming and getting ideas about how we can start leveraging the HG data in ways maybe we haven't used in the past. Even just being here at this conference the past 2 days, I've come away with a couple different ideas of like, oh, okay, there's a lot of things we can do. Okay, how do I start narrowing this down to figure out what I'm going to try and operationalize over the next 6 months? The democratization of data is really where a company is going to get value. We all need to think about ourselves as a product manager. HG is providing us the raw resources to create products that we can then turn around and leverage internally and help enable sales, to help enable marketing. And you have to have that mindset. And I think otherwise it's just you're not going to be as effective in your role. You got to have the data to make the decision. If you only have part of the data, you're missing part of your answer. AI is going to help us advance and move forward at paces I think that we've never seen. But to really truly be able to do that, you have to be able to feed it clean information. You have to have it has to be complete. It has to be able to tie back to the story you want to tell.